Good evening, everyone. Hello, 7 o'clock. Right, let me put my comments on. First of all, can you all hear me? It's like being in a seance, isn't it? Can you hear me? If I can have some thumbs up, some yeses, some bits and bobs. Hi, Kev. Hi, Justine. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lee. Hi, Olwyn. Hi, Nicola. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Sharona. I love saying that. Hi, Sharona. You know, I'm going to break into it every time. Hi, Sarah. Hi, John Paul. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. That's good. You can all hear me, yeah? Woohoo! How are you doing? Right, today's top look, the Munsters, sent to me by the lovely Linda. Thank you, Linda. Love the Munsters. I haven't seen it for ages. So I thought it's that time of spooky year. Problem is, I can't roll the blooming sleeves up. Maybe my arms have got fat again. I don't know. Hi, Karen. Hi, Philip. Hi, Adrian. Who else we got in the room? Hi, Catherine. Hi, Connor. How you doing? Yep, you can hear me. Good. Purple Angel. Hello. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Marcia. Marcia. I think I've said that correct, haven't I? Now, if I'm looking down there and not directly at the camera like this, it's because I'm reading. Hi, DJ. Because hi, Donna. Because I'm reading your messages. Okay. So I will continue to say hello as we go along. Hi, Trisha. Wow, so many of you in the room. Thank you so much. Right, well, it's that spooky season, isn't it? It's that time of the year. So hi, Moog. Hi, Dee. Hi, Jason. Hi, Magic Matt. Hi, Derek. Hi, Maria. So many people. Hi, Damien. Very apt name this time of year. Um, it's spooky season. So, of course, I've been in the process of trying to put a Halloween special together for you guys as well. So, that's something that I'm working on. I started it last week, as you probably saw. I had a picture of myself in a cemetery, but it's not just a cemetery. There's another location involved. It's got a good feel to it at the moment, but I've got to go back to London to film a particular part which I couldn't find on the day. It's never ending, isn't it? Hi, Justine. Hi, Jason. Hi, Richard. Hi, Ian. Hi, Philip. Hi, June. Hi, Gary. So just say hello so people pop in. There's 207 of you in the room right now. That's bonkers. It really is. So if I don't say hello to you, it's not nothing personal. Okay. It just means that I may have missed you because there's so many names that come flying up there. So yeah, hi everyone and welcome. Of course, this is the first time I've done a live since I've come back. I've just realised I've got my sliders on. Get off. Since I've come back from Northern Ireland, which was a great trip. So I got to say, first of all, massive thank you to Lee and his family for putting me up over there for 4 days and showing me around. We had some good fun. It was manic. Lee's like a little Tasmanian devil, keeps me on your toes all the time. So it was good fun. It was great to meet his wife and kids as well. And they were amazing. And, so massive thank you to Lee and his family there. Hi, Sue. Right, guys, if you have any questions, you like the lava lamp, Richard? Yes, cool. Now, I love lava lamps. They're so 70s, man, but they're cool. Thank you, Magic Matt, for that donation. It's very kind of you. Someone saying hello, Rocky. Hello, Rocky. He's over there. He's and he's who's that? That's Sue. Yeah, he's in his cage. Martin, did I enjoy it? Yeah, I loved it. Thank you very much. Kelly, one of my favourite films to watch this time of year is The Crow. Of course, it's one of the best. That's why I want to go to Brandon Lee's grave so much. Patrick, Titanic videos are excellent. Thank you, Patrick. I'm so sorry, guys, about the audio on the last Titanic one that I put out. Um, Basically, as you know, I got a new camera, but the microphone, which is a set, it does have a microphone on it, but you know what these microphones on these cameras are like, crap. So I had to order a separate one, which sadly didn't come through in time before I went to Northern Ireland. So we were relying on that microphone. And I was really disappointed with the audio for that video. I've had lots of nice comments. People say that they really enjoyed seeing around where the Titanic was built, which is great. But me, because I like to be professional, I was a bit disappointed with the audio, but there you go. It's gone out, and it's good to see that some of you. Do you take suggestions for famous graves? Yes, Andrew. As long as you're not going to say Rick Mail or Freddie Mercury, because I have them all the time, and I've explained billions of times. But if you haven't heard that reason, then I will explain, of course. Right. So, who we got? Hello, Paul. Batman's still in the kitchen. Ed, Batman. He was one of the first ones, wasn't he? From when I first started out. Yeah, he's got Batman in the kitchen. Moog, I love the paranormal videos. Is it something you have plans for as a real big push? Moog, yeah, I am going to continue with the other channel, the paranormal analysis, of course. But Unusual Things is my baby at the moment, and I've got it to a place that I want to progress with Unusual Things. However, paranormal analysis will be in the background, and I will work on it as and when I can. It's really difficult to get to some of these locations to film with paranormal because the market's flooded with it. It really is. So I'm trying my best, and I will try and do that. Questions? Who we got? Maria. If you put, oh, well, thank you, Maria. Yeah, let people know. QQQ, and I know. Hi, Paul from Wrexham. Can you possibly make a film on Jenny Lind from The Great Showman? Who I believe is in Worcester. I didn't know she passed, to be honest with you, Paul, but I will look into that. The best thing you can do, guys, is because obviously when I'm doing this, I can't really take notes down. So if you can email me unusualthings666@gmail.com, then that's great. And I can have a look and I can look through your suggestions. So I do take suggestions. I do currently still have a long list. So please don't get the ump with me if I go, oh, I've got a long list and I'm working at it. That's anyone per se because I do have a long list which I'm working through. So, hi Paul, hand pink waving, hand pink waving. I take it the emoji's not broke on that, or is broke, William. Is that what he means? Are you waving? Yeah. Hi, Hayden. Alison, I enjoyed watching the Red Rose this time of the year, Paul. Yeah, great stuff. Great one to watch as well there, Alison. Teresa, I didn't realise how big the Titanic was. Do you know what, Teresa? As I was walking around there, I was quite ignorant to it as well before. It's only because Lee kept saying to me, "You've got to go and do it. It's a massive place. You'll be really impressed." And I was, and it really hit the emotion whilst you were there, walking around and having a look. So, and that's why I put the emotional music on there as well, because I thought it would just add to the feeling of it and allow people to really get what I'm getting here, and what I'm picking up with. The emotion around the area is amazing. Loving the lava lamp. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Right. So I will get down to your questions, guys. Just put QQQ. Who's the grave you want to do the most here and abroad? Lisa. I think it's well known. Brandon Lee is the one that I really want to do abroad. I'm a massive fan of The Crow. I was a massive fan of Brandon Lee before that when he did a few films. Obviously, he's buried with his dad. I like his dad too. But Brandon's the one I want to go see, and he's like Seattle, sort of northwest of California, or just up past it. Um, and over this country, well, I don't know. I've already seen the one that I really wanted to see, which was George Michael. But yeah, I'm sure there's someone else that pop up somewhere along the line, which I really want to visit. Who else we got? Love your paranormal staff, but this is my fave. Thank you, Belinda. Love the flashing ghost. Yeah, it's cool, isn't he? He's there doing his job. Paul, love your channel. We do a vlog on Bruce Ismay. I will do soon. The Titanic owner. Yes, Dan, I will do. I know where he is, and I will get around to it at some point. But I will do it. Yeah, I don't want to flood. Excuse the pun. I don't want to flood the channel with Titanic because some people aren't too keen on it. So I don't want to go over all these ship related things. I don't want to go overboard with it. So they're all unintentional, I promise you. So I don't want to go overboard with it, but at the same breath, it's nice that people have an interest in a common sort of area which I can play on. I haven't really done a lot of sports people, and that's why whilst I was in Northern Ireland, I focused on doing the Dunlops, George Best. There's another sports personality, which you probably all know who that is, but I'm not going to tell you in case you don't. Coming soon as well. So in the UK, I'm going to work on. Sorry, in England, I'm going to work on some sports people as well because I get asked for a lot of. Dunlop are legendary. Yeah, I know. Again, I learned a lot whilst there. I've never really massively been into motorbikes, but whilst I was there, I learned so much about the Dunlops, and wow, what a history that family has. Jojo, hi Paul, will you be visiting Len Goodman's grave? Do you know what, Jojo? I haven't really looked into whether he's buried or cremated or not. I don't know. And to be honest, Len was a massive character, wasn't he? But I completely forgot he passed. So yes, if he's buried, then I'd love to, because what an amazing man he was as well. Um, John Paul, hi Paul. Any luck tracking down Patrick Moore's grave? No, I'm gutted. I want to. I'm trying. If anyone, he's in West Sussex. So if any of you guys live in West Sussex and you know exactly where Sir Patrick Moore's grave is, please get in contact with me and let me know. Pink hand waving. I'm assuming that emoji's not working tonight, guys. Hi, Sam. Thank you. Steve, yeah, thumbs up. Okay, what else? Hi, Paul. Rupert Davis is laid to rest here in North Wales. When I'm up that direct, I will be near North Wales soon because I'm going to Liverpool in 2 weeks' time, but that's more for a Comic Con. That's for a personal thing. Looking forward to your next adventure. Really enjoy your content. Thank you, Trish. Really appreciate that. As always, I do with everyone. The famous grave in my local graveyard is a man called Baron Manhattan. who was friends with H.G. Wells and and others. Excuse me. Okay, Andrew, thank you for that. I'll look into that. For some reason, um, I don't know. I don't know whether Baron Manhattan's an author, but obviously H.G. Wells is. But for some reason, authors don't go down too well. I did one on Michael Bond, who wrote the Paddington Bear series, and obviously with the death of the Queen last year, I thought it would be a big hit, but hardly anyone went to see it. So writers are real dodgy ones. Some people go and what, but they don't really get that many views. Richard, loved your walk around the docks. I'm a Titanic nut and can't get enough of your channel. Are you going to the memorial in Southampton? Yeah, I will do, Richard. Of course, I'm coming from Portsmouth, so whenever Southampton's mentioned, I sort of do that. But no, of course I will. I'll go there and I will. It's an obvious place to go, and I filmed Graves there before. Connor, I've watched your Titanic video, and it's devastating because all those lives were sadly lost due to the deep, cold, freezing water. Very true, Connor. Very true. It is sad. It's a horrible way to go. Ian, QQQ. Oh, hello, mate. How are you and the family? Hope you're well. Even Paul, have you listened to Uncanny on BBC Sounds? It's all paranormal stuff. Very interesting. I haven't yet, Ian, but I will do. And I'm hoping, if you allow me still, if you're still having activity, to I don't mean that in a good way. I'm hoping it's calmed down, but if I can still come and see sometime as well. June, I want to take my daughter over to see it. It's worth seeing, guys. Honestly, if you can get out to Belfast and go and see the Titanic, if you're interested, if that's your thing, go and see it because it's amazing. And there's so much stuff going on there. Hi, what are your plans for Halloween? Hi, Rachel. My plans for Halloween are to probably, um, obviously, I will put a video out, but that won't be out on Halloween night because I am a Halloween nut and I celebrate it usually with some form of alcohol beverage. I know it's on a Tuesday night, but I've got some time off work and I'm going to just enjoy it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to enjoy it and do something. But yeah, there will be a Halloween video, guys, which will probably go out the Sunday before. So I will get that out for you. I'm still working on it at the moment. Never ending work, honestly. Rachel, hi, Paul. Hope you're well. Yeah, the Titanic was a massive ship. The Crow, awesome film. Thank you, Rachel. Um, Speaking of Batman before, I remember Adam West playing Batman. Yes, so do I, Alwyn. He passed away a few years ago, didn't he? Great actor. I love Adam West as Batman. It's really cool. Derek, how did you find Ireland? Sorry, never been there as I'm from the Isle of Man. Isle of Man. Yeah, Derek, definitely go. It's an amazing place. It's a beautiful country. The people were really friendly there, and very welcoming, and I loved it. Especially when I went to the Dunlop Bar and I loved it because there was this, what you imagine is, I'm probably stereotypical here, and I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but I walked into the pub and there's just like a drunk Irish guy. Well, he wasn't drunk, but he was merry. He's happy with his pint of Guinness, sat at the bar, just chatting away to me. What are you doing here? Blah blah blah. Great, such, and it just really sent that sense of wow, I'm here, sort of thing, which was great. Belinda, which grave was the wackiest? Oh, the wackiest. I don't know. Probably James Herbert from the author from the Rats, because he's got a massive, like, it's like a gremlin thing. I loved it. It was amazing. It's got like a gremlin sort of design, which apparently he designed on the back of his grave. Steve Mitchell. Where's Grant? That's it. Sorry. Hello, Paul. Thanks for the great work you do. That's right, Steve. Thank you. Jen, I hope you had a great time. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Kieran, do you trust the parole board to keep John Venables in prison? God, that's a bit deep for now, isn't it? Do I trust the parole board? Who knows? Yeah, we're all human at the end of the day. People make mistakes. And people like Venables are very good at masking their true self. Should we just say it that way? So it's probably harder for them than what we think it would be because it's a very demanding job. I got a friend that works in the parole. I haven't seen him for a long time, but he works in parole, and it's tough. Some prisoners dupe them, and it's you have to really have your wits about you. So deep question, but yeah. Lisa, yep, too. My son's named Brandon after him. Oh wow, that's awesome. Angry Ainub. I had to read that twice then. It's angry Ainub. Yeah, yeah. Hi Paul, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Mark Kenny, is there a final resting place for Glenda Jackson? I don't know. I think I looked into, because she died recently, did she? I'm sure she was cremated. I'm sure she was. I'm sure I looked into it. Ernie Draper, what about visiting the graves of the Essex boys? I will do at some point, Ernie. I will get around to doing that. It's a big request that I get asked for a lot. So yeah, definitely I will get around. Any other questions? I'm flying through. Any more crime files in the pipeline, Donna? Do you know what? I haven't really. I have in my brain. I've got some in my brain, but I haven't got around to filming them yet. This year, this time of year as well. I was very busy. So I will do because I like filming the crime files. They're interesting, and hopefully, we can just get some more stories. Tell the reason why I like to do them is I like to tell the victim story. Um, I don't concentrate too much on the killer. I don't give a monkeys about who the killer is. And there's enough programs that are made about those people and they glorify them, which I don't like. And there's never enough made about the victims. So when I do my crime files, I like to really bring that person's memory back to life as best as we can. So yeah, hopefully I will do. I'm really behind with the questions, guys. So if you're firing them in, it's because I'm trying to answer what I can. So I will skip forward a few. Um, So if I don't read your message out, just keep firing it in there a few times, but put Q Q Q if it is a question. Hi Paul, Jess here. Hi Jess. Hi Kelly. Do you know where June Brown is buried? I believe she was cremated. I don't know, but I did look into it a few months ago, but I'm sure she is cremated. But I will have another look again because she'd be a great one to do. Great story. Um, Great channel. How about visiting Barnes Wallace Grave in Effingham, Surrey? That's from Peter. Yeah, of course. Not quite on my to-do list, but can be. Yeah, definitely. Nicola Burley's grave. Could we visit Nicola Burley's grave? Nicola Burley's name has just escaped my brain for some reason. So if anyone can let me know who that is, that would be great. I'm sorry if it's really obvious and it's just gone. How many films have you got ready to go, Steve? Wow. None. I literally edit them week by week. I try and put two out a week, as you guys know. And the editing takes me hours. It really does. Some people don't understand how long editing because I put music on and I really try and make it smooth and transitional and worthwhile and getting the pictures and putting them up and making them zoom forward on the screen. Honestly, I would say one video can take 4 hours. So, I'm doing two a week. So there's like practically a working day a week just editing. And that's without getting up, driving, filming, blah, 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 researching. It's very, very time consuming to do a channel like this, but I enjoy it. And it's great when I get to talk to you guys and I get your thanks back, which means a lot to me. So yeah, yeah. So I haven't really got any to go in the pipeline per se, but I've got ones on my computer which need to be edited. So I've probably got about four, maybe five left at the moment. So I need to get my ass out filming this week. Right, who we got? My eldest brother's a paranormal investigator. He formed his own investigation group 20 years ago and is still going strong. That would be great, Reverend Mother Lady Sherwood. Yeah, I used to have a paranormal team. I used to run a business taking members of the public out as well. But it gets so expensive. They want so much money to hire these places, and then you've got to charge the public more, and it just gets a bit out of hand. It gets a bit silly. Um, let's have a look. Will there be a visit to Bob Barker's final resting place in America? That's Mark. I don't know who Bob Barker is. Can you enlighten me, please, Mark? But yeah, just to let you know, anyway. Speaking of America, the GoFundMe's still there. I've been very transparent with it. You can look on it. I think it's sat on about £900 at the moment. So we're not quite really ready to go with that. So if anything, it's going to be next year. I don't push it because things are tight for everyone right now, and I completely get that. So I don't, in the early days, I mentioned it a few times, and I've just shut up about it now because it's there, and hopefully it will happen. Next year I'm hoping for. But I need to go a little way yet. But I'm not asking people, especially this time of year and the financial status. We're all in the crap, really, aren't we? So I get it. So it's there and it's very transparent. Anyone that's donated, if they want to see, they can see the money's there. It's just all waiting to go. So all I can ask is that we're all patient with that one. I have to be patient as well, and I'm impatient. I want to go. Um, right, what have we got here? Steve Smith. Hi, Paul. If you ever visit Staffordshire, passing through, how about visiting the grave of crafty Cockney Eric Pistow? I haven't done his grave. Is he buried there? Because if you know where he is, Steve, can you email me, please? Because I'd like to do Eric Bristow's. Yeah. Sarah, I normally love your videos, but I found your trip disappointing. There is more to that country than the Titanic. the Dunlops, and a drunken footballer. Thank you for your positive feedback, Sarah. Lovely. Richard, what have we got there? Will you be doing Michael Gambon's grave at some point? Yeah, if I can get to it once we know where he gets buried, then of course I will. Patrick, is Alfred Hitchcock buried in the UK or the States? Alfred Hitchcock is in the States, but I think he was cremated and put somewhere. I'm not sure. Are you going to Whitby for Halloween, Paul? Sadly, not this year. Uh, in a van. That's what I'm going to call you. um, Patrick's grave is in Choi up the road from me. Lisa, yeah, I know, but I can't find it. I've been around that cemetery where it's supposed to be. Can't find it anywhere. If you know where it is, Lisa, can you get in contact? Let me know, please. That'd be amazing. Hey, Paul, have you done Bill Wiggins' grave from the Enfield Haunting? From Bionic Nicola. Not yet Bionic, no, but that's something that I'm looking into in the future, possibly. Sharon, what was the grave you visited that upset you the most? Upset me. Ah, it was one of the kids' ones. It was probably Sarah Payne or the Soham girls. I don't. It's not like one's a favorite and one's not, but in terms of being emotionally upset, they both really touched in there. Um, so yeah, really, really difficult to say. But any of the kids' graves are always gut wrenching. I film it and I come away feeling absolutely drained. I feel upset. I feel like crap. But again, I want to tell their story. I want these kids to have their stories told because again, we always hear about the people that commit these crime, but very rarely do we hear about once the dust settled with them. Very rarely do you hear the kids' names, but you hear the person that committed the crime constantly. So yeah, they're sad. Kelly, pity you weren't able to come to Whitby for Halloween. I know, Kelly. I definitely want to go to Whitby one Halloween. I will because it'd be like Goth Fest. I'll be in my element. Um, Tracy, I love your flashing ghost. Cheers. Usually keeps his clothes on. Boom, boom. I'm here all week. Right. How about Barbara Woodhouse? Sit. I don't know where she's buried. Actually, Seamus. I haven't looked into Barbara. There's so many younger people in here. Do you all remember who Barbara Woodhouse is? Evening, Paul. Nice to see you live, Mark. Hi, Mark. How you doing? Grim Life Collective is in England. Have you met? I haven't had the chance, Nat and see. I did message. Um, his name's Michael, isn't it? A Grim Life Collective. Michael and can't think of his wife's name now. Damn. But I do watch their channel. I love the Grim Life Collective. I did message them, but yeah, they're a big, big channel. They're like 300, 400,000. They probably get messages coming out their ears. So my little message probably got lost in the ether somewhere, but I would love to meet Jessica. That's her name. Michael and Jessica. I would like to meet the Grim Life Collective because it's a great channel. I've been watching it a long time. And he's a great storyteller as well. I love watching the way because he just reminds me of an old horror character, and I think that's the impression that he gives off. And I love watching the way he sort of manipulates the camera, and he's really sort of like his hands are very. I'm quite expressive with my hands, but the way Michael does it's very sort of slow and sort of like the crypt sort of thing, and I love it. It's great, great show. Jojo, Paul, I think he's buried where Paul O'Grady is. Who's that, Jojo? Who's buried where Paul O'Grady is? If you can tell me, that'd be cool. Again, so many messages. Bobby Ball's a great shout. Yeah, he was cremated, I think, Bobby Ball. Have you been burial at Lee Rigby angry? Yeah, I have. Lee Rigby's on the channel. I went there last year when Lee come over and we went all around Manchester, Liverpool, all over the place. Barbara, hi Paul, love watching your videos. Hope you're well. Yes, I am. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for asking. Carol, the Titanic Centre is amazing. My great grandfather's house was next to the ship. Wow, that's cool. Shipyard, sorry. Halloween, best time of the year. 100%, Helen. Hi, 500 Shao. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Are you going to Reading versus Pompey game in a few weeks? Yeah, Ian. I don't know, to be honest with you. I've got a listen. That's my calendar, diary, whatever. It's just chock a block. Okay, so I've got the Great South Run on Sunday, guys. So I've just been running at the moment, as well as working, and filming. Okay, so when I'm dead and buried, you better all come and send me some flowers because I don't stop. I'm joking. I'm not going yet. Um, Right, I'm just trying to catch up. I'm really behind. Sorry, guys, if you've asked a question and I'm taking forever to get to it. Belinda, would you do Derek Acorah's grave? Derek was cremated, Belinda. I've met Derek a couple of times. A lovely man. He even gave me a mini reading once after I did an interview when I used to have a paranormal radio show. I did an interview with him and he gave me a mini reading and he was spot on. So all this stuff people say about him, nonsense. I think he just had to do what he had to do for a TV show. Uh, Adrian Paul, do you remember sending you a video, Anne Bronte in Scarborough? If thought about going. Also, I believe that Charlotte is in Whitby, but not Shire, where Emily is. Adrian, yes, I do remember, and I will try and get round to it sometime. I haven't able to yet. As Halloween is approaching, I want to go to watch the new Exorcist film at the cinema. Looks really good. Yeah, I love the Exorcist. I love the original one. It's great, great film. Which grave has affected you the most from Richard? Probably, like I said earlier on, one of the kids' graves, Richard. Really, really sad. Matt White. I thought Mary Shelley and Percy Blythe, sorry, was a good episode. Are you going to do more authors' graves? I will do, but they don't tend to get good views on the channel. And this might sound shallow, guys, right? But I've got to tell you, obviously, the way it works is I get paid per 1,000 views. Okay, and it's not very much. People think you get paid loads of YouTube, right? So if, for instance, I go and do a video which is a very long drive away, and there's not a lot of interest in it, and only gets a few thousand views, I don't make my money back. I don't even get to cover the fuel. So I have to be very, and it's frustrating because I don't want my channel just to be about famous graves. I like to go and visit the ones that are lesser known as well, because there's a lot of other grave channels that just do famous graves and big names, and they get good big views. Okay, and that's their business, and that's entirely up to them, and that's brilliant. But what I like to do is I like to go and tell the underdog story, or the person that wasn't really a well-known actor. I chuck big names in all the time, of course I do, but I like to go and find those little gems, and you go and find out about their life and things like that. But sadly, they don't always get the views. And if I don't get the views, it doesn't cover the cost for me to do it. So I have to, it's a real balancing act, and it's really tough. It's frustrating for me because there's so many I want to do. And I think, well, if I drive to Birmingham and film, because I always batch them, I always try and look for 2 or 3 at the same time. And in my head, I'm like, can I justify driving to Birmingham, 3-hour drive or 4-hour drive, whatever, depending on the traffic, filming those 2 or 3 graves, coming back, putting all the work in, and then putting them up. And if they only get a few thousand views, I'd be lucky to make a tenner out of it. So it's a real fine balancing act that I have to take with the ones that I choose. If I had my way, I would go and film all of them as much as I could. But sadly, I have to work for a living with the NHS to pay my bills. So that's just sort of like to give you the basics of how it works. Thank you for doing Paul O'Grady. Thank you. Sorry, I just waffled on. What about Michael Parkinson? Yes, I'd love to. Don't know where he's buried yet, though. Looking into it. If I miss anyone, please excuse me because I'm just skipping through because I know I've just waffled on a lot. Who's that? Odds and Socks. Is Michael Gambon on your list? He will be if he's buried and I can find him. Yeah, of course he will be, definitely. Who else we got? Chrissy, have you ever managed to meet any of the cast from Supernatural? Yes, Chrissy, I've met Jared Padalecki, who plays Sam. I've met Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan, of course, in The Walking Dead, and John Winchester. And I've met Mark Shepard, who played Crowley. And a week Saturday, I'm going to meet the man himself. I'm going to meet Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean. And I'm going to meet Misha Collins, who plays Castiel. And then all my Supernatural bits and bobs that I want signed and done. Happy days. Yeah, so, yeah, I have. And I'm going to meet some more, so I'm happy. John, Len Goodman died in Tunbridge Wells in Kent. Thank you, John. Hopefully, if Len is buried and he's there, I would like to go and pay my respects and make a video because he was a great character, great life. Gunston 500 Shell. Paul, when you go into stateside, that's 13 minutes ago. Hopefully you heard the answer a minute ago when I was talking about what do you call it? Oh yeah, question. Anita, are you presenting a special episode for Halloween? Yes, Anita, I am. I'm in the process at the moment of doing it. I've got to go back to London again because I couldn't find one grave, and then I had a look around, and it's in the Bloomin Cemetery next door, which for some reason I didn't look in. I don't know why I'm going mad. For Halloween, why not dress up as Dracula? I don't need to dress up as a vampire. I am a vampire. No, I'm joking. Um, Len Goodman, Burial Places Unknown. Thank you, Alison. Appreciate that. Daisy, are you coming to see Lawrence of Arabia's Great? Lawrence of Arabia? Yes, I will do at some point. He's definitely on my list. Hi, Paul. Still waiting Reg Presley's grave in Andover. Hi, Kevin. Yeah, we'll get to it. I know where it is now. Are there any graves in Wales that you want to visit? Um, I can't think of any off the top of my head. The one that I did want to do was Steve Strange, which I've done now. Steve Strange? Yeah, that was his name. My brain's got, I have so many names going from my head. Yeah, Fade to Grey, Visage, Steve Strange, wasn't it? Yeah. I got a lovely message of his sister afterwards. So that was really cool. Really pleased about that. Bruce Forsyth would be a good visit from Nigel. He's cremated, I think. I think he's some of his ashes are under. Is it the London Palladium? Someone will correct me. And there's a big like plaque in there and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, Brucey definitely needs to get it. Hi Paul, will you do Jimmy Clitheroe, the Clitheroe Kids grave, big radio star, 50s and 60s? I don't know where he is, but I will look into it. Are you going to do Carol Lee Scott? Is that the lady that played the witch in There's Somebody at the Door? The Pink Windmill. Is that her? I think so. Thank you, Julie, for super sticker. So kind of you. Really appreciate that. Thank you, my love. Is that who that is? Carol Lee Scott is, isn't it? She played the witch, didn't she? Got bags. That was it. Um, have you been to the graves of Jack the Ripper? I haven't, Diana, because I want to make a special of that. I want to really take my time with that, and it's been done to death. Excuse the pun, but I will get around to doing it. I'm just going to take my time and make sure I do a really good one on that, and wait for all the others to die down because lots of other people have done it. Hi, Paul. I know the Crays have been done to death, but how about the guys they murdered? Sue, yeah, it's a good shout. Be a lot of research, but yeah, but again, it's all time with me. It really is. If I can get the time, I will look into it. Um, Keith, hi Paul, hi Keith. How about John Benfield's grave? Regina, John Benfield isn't ringing a bell with me at the moment. If you can enlighten me somewhat, that would be cool. Nobody knows where Barbara Windsor's grave. She wasn't buried, Steve. She was cremated. I think her boyfriend, her husband, had his wages. Carol Lee Scott was got bags. Yeah, thank you, Maria. I thought it was. That's why I like your video, Paul. They're amazing. Thank you. Oh wow, thank you, Mrs. Tabs. Super sticker. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate that. Joe Blakesley, would you consider doing a video at the Busby Babes? Yes, Joe. Again, it's one that I'd like to make sure that I can do them all together. So um, again, it's a time thing of going up to Manchester and stuff. Right, wow. Paul, have you visited Paul Chuckle's grave in the Chuckle Vision? To me, to you, Connor, I would love to, but I don't know whether he was cremated or buried. Um, so yeah, I'd like to because yeah, I'm 51, but growing up, I loved the Chuckle Brothers. Who didn't love the Chuckle Brothers? Um, Karen, hi. Have you been to Richard Whiteley's grave? I haven't, but I'd like to because he's very sort of North Yorkshire. So again, he'd have to be when I'm up going. I think he's east, sort of just past Leeds, sort of way. I think. Are all the Carry On stars cremated? Not all of them, Helen, but most of them are. Chris Jackson, please can you do Guy Gibson grave and the plane crash of the Dam Busters? Yeah, of course. I'm an ex-RAF man, Chris, so definitely look into that one. I love things like that as well. It's so good. Jojo, where did you meet Supernatural Cast? One of my favourite series as well. Oh, I met Jeffrey Dean Morgan at Basingstoke Comic Con. I met Jared Padalecki at it was called Wales Comic Con, but it was in Telford, which is just over the border. And I'm going to meet Jensen Ackles and Castiel um, in Liverpool. Kelly, would you do April Jones? She was another child taken far too young. Yes, Kelly. Yeah, I will. I'll definitely go and tell April's story because it's a story again that would need to be, told into. Oh wow, thank you, David. That's very kind of you. Need to be read out into the public domain. I love telling these kids stories, not in a gruesome way, and I don't love telling them per se, but I love to keep their memories alive. It's I'd rather not. I'd rather not be there, but it's one of those things that if we don't, then only the family remembers them, and I think everyone should remember these kids, and forget about the scumbags that do what they do. Right, who else we got? Is Bruce Forsyth under the stage at Palladium? Yeah, I think he is Patrick. Yeah, that's what I was saying a minute ago. How about Christopher Lee from Trish? Christopher Lee is, I think he's cremated and his ashes are overseas somewhere, like in Barbados or somewhere like that. I don't blame him really. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's over there. Crystal Dance, please do Charlie Drake. Do you know what? I did look into Charlie Drake before I went on holiday in July, I think, but I can't remember what my outcome was. How can both Chuckle Brothers be buried in Rotherham? There's anyone that's dead, isn't there? Isn't the other one still? Isn't there Paul and Barry? 'Cause that was my mate's name, his brother. um, I'm sure one of them's still alive, Maria. They're not both, unless they got another brother I don't know about. But I'm sure they're both. One of them's alive. Love your vids from Pompey as well, top of the league. You know it, Paul. Great result last night as well against Gillingham. The Silent Forgotten. Oh wow! Hi, Paul. You've probably been asked this before, but what advice could you give to somebody who is thinking of starting a YouTube channel? Thank you, Chris. Chris, thank you so much for your kind donation. Amazing, bless you. Um, Work hard. That Chris, the biggest thing I'd say is work hard. Know your Reverend. Oh, bless you, Mother Lady Sherwood. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Really appreciate that. Know your audience, Chris. And listen to them. Okay, and any negative comments, let them go over the top of your head. Just keep working, and whatever you're passionate about, keep working at it. Okay, so whatever you want to do, don't worry if there's other channels out there doing it as well, and make contact with other channels. You know, I did when I was starting out. I contacted Scott on Tape, who's Canadian, but he's always in America, and he was very helpful. He was just chatting away to me, and he said, same sort of thing, really. Just work hard, know what your audience want to see. I know that's hard when you're starting out, but just put out a couple of videos. For instance, if you're doing this line of work, put out a couple of big names to start off with to get some attention. Um, and if you're going to be in front of the camera, just be relatable. Just be someone that people would like. This is where everyone's going to say no now, but just be someone that people would like to go down the pub with and have a laugh with and a chat with. Just be calm and relaxed with them. That's the only advice I can give, really. But yeah, keep going, Chris. And by all means, let us know how things go. Please do. Mark Kenny, Bob Barker was the host of The Price is Right 1972, and he starred in Happy Gilmore 1996. Adam Sandler. Thank you for that, Mark. Yeah, I didn't know that one, so thank you for filling me in, so to speak. Um, what have we got here? Robin Hood's grave is the name given to a mountain in Kirkland Park State. That would be interesting. Yes, Nicholas, that's on my to-do list at some point. I will get there. Gene, will you be doing Bill Maynard? Love him in Heartbeat. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm sure I've looked into Bill Maynard, but I don't think he's got a grave anywhere. I'm not sure if he's cremated or not, but I'm sure I've looked into him in the past. Oh wow, Lionel, thank you so much. So kind of you. Super sticker. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Nicola, what has been the most frightening experience you've had on a paranormal investigation? Wow. Frightening. Probably the one that I've told you before with the little girl ghost where it come up in my face and just stood there and like funny, horrible laugh. Wow. That I wasn't scared, but I was a bit, okay, now we're messing with stuff that I wasn't expecting to be here. Or Lee, he's quite frightening when you see him out and about. Carol Lewin, have you thought of doing so? Bobby Robson, yes, of course. So Bobby Robson's brilliant, and I was 18 in 1990 when the World Cup was on, and we used to all go out to the pub and watch England, with Gazza and Lineker, and it was a great time. And Bobby Robson's an absolute legend to me. Tracy Marsh, Paul just sent you £10 to your PayPal. Anyway, I can help you travel. Tracy, bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As I do with all the people that have done super stickers tonight, it's so kind. It does go a long way, and it does really help. So thank you. And people that just watch. That's enough for me. Watching is Lionel. Thank you so much, Lionel. Super sticker. Really appreciate that. Every little bit helps, guys, and I really, I'm privileged to be in this position because I get to go out and see these wonderful places around the country that I wouldn't normally go to, and to pay my respects to these people that are no longer with us. And it's great that I get to tell a story and that you guys are with me. And I like to make you think that you're coming along and you're just enjoying a ride and experiencing as much as I do. Derek, did you know it would have been Murray Walker's birthday, 100 today? Do you know if he's buried or not? Now, funny you should say that, Derek. And I'm looking at Lee's little face because Lee's helping out behind the scenes. He's putting up all the messages for me and he's laughing because we did a lot of work trying to establish Murray Walker's whereabouts and what happened. And it's it was a difficult situation, but it looks like he was cremated and his ashes have been put somewhere where the family want to keep quiet, put it that way. But we tried our best because he was an amazing, amazing guy. Daniel, thank you so much, Daniel. Daniel San, Karate Kid, I love that. Karate Kid, one of my favourite films growing up. I love it. Jojo, super sticker. Bless you. Thank you, Joe. Look, even the little ghost. Look, I haven't given anyone a round of applause. I don't know if you can hear that a round of applause. Can you? I can hear it on my machine. I don't know if you can, but if you can. Bob Hoskins, where's he buried? He's buried in Highgate. Highgate, yes, in London, Nigel. So last time I went there, he was like he's in a private area. But funnily enough, the Grim Life guys got in there. I don't know how they got in there, but I couldn't. But I'll try again. England and Manu footballer Duncan Edwards, who died in Munich air disaster. Yes, Martin, that'd be an interesting one to go and do. Uh, I'm sorry if I'm just catching up on myself here, guys. I'm just a little bit behind, but I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can. Richard, which has been the grave you wanted to see personally, and what got you into? Hang on, which has been the one grave that you? Oh, sorry, the one grave obviously you wanted to see was George Michael. Big fan, always have been. Still, but to see is Brandon Lee. Always wanted to see his. And what got me into it? Long story, but everyone's probably heard it 800 times. But I'll cut it real short. When I was a kid, I grew up next to a cemetery and my mum still lives nearby now. And I used to go in there and feed the crows. So I had a fascination with crows, and I used to always look at the headstones and think, what happened in that person's life? What did they do? What did they achieve? But back then, obviously, we didn't have access to the internet, so I used to just wonder, and look and imagine and think, oh yeah, that person may have had a crazy life or done this or done that. So. Um, and obviously, I didn't get into. I used to walk around cemeteries all the time throughout my whole life. I've always walked around them, but I didn't really get into the YouTube thing literally until the beginning of last year, where I thought, "Hi, I'm really not well and trying." Who's that from? Unusual things. Hey, have you just put that up? Someone come into the room. It's me. Or was that you put on that on there? Oh, Lee's put it on there. All right. He's not very well. Sorry, that's what he's saying to me, ain't you? I thought someone came in there as me then. Right. Okay. Yeah. Lee's not very well. He's got a cold. So get your violin out. Do you want me to bring you in a minute, Lee? No. Shaking his head. He can't talk. So that's why he's not in tonight. um, thank you, Alison. Len Goodman's unknown. Oh, wow. Thank you, Kerry. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. I don't know. Can you guys hear these applause and stuff? I'm pressing it on my machine, but I don't know if you can hear it. Hi, Paul. Where's Colin Fry buried? Paul, he's cremated in Chichester. I looked into Colin Fry because I wanted to go and do a film about his, but he got cremated as well. Reverend Mother Lady Sherwood. Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Really appreciate your kind donation. My dad once sailed over the place where Titanic sank. He said it was unbelievably cold. Naive Steve. Well, I'm not surprised looking at where it sank. Crikey, I bet it's absolutely freezing. Ed, would you visit Scrooge gravestone at Chad's Shrewsbury? Still remains after filming, or not because not real? I mean, it would be an interesting one, Ed. If I'm in that area, then yeah, of course I will, just for the fun element of it. Yeah, I know. Grim Life did that excellent video on Boris Karloff. Yes, they did. They did an amazing job on that. Robert, thank you for that. Who else we got? Have you visited Dusty Springfield's grave? Yes, John Paul. That's on the channel, mate. Feel free to go and have a look. Are you going to do Carol Lee Scott? Someone else has just asked that earlier on. If I can find where she is buried, then yes, of course. Derek Okora in Private Unknown. Derek was cremated, Tracy. I found out from Richard Felix that he was cremated. I think the family have the ashes still. Hi, Paul. How do you feel about the Steve Coogan, Jimmy Savile series? Tasteless, I think, from Sue. Do you know what, Sue? I never used to like Steve Coogan as a comedian, right? I never really got him. I didn't really like his humor. I wasn't really into Alan Partridge or that. Even though I'm an ex-radio presenter, you'd think I would be. I probably presented like him. Um, However, I've seen Steve Coogan act in two things, and one was the Laurel and Hardy film where he played Stan Laurel. I thought he was a phenomenal actor in that. I thought he was amazing. And this thing playing Savile at the moment, even though it sends chills to the bone because it's Savile, his acting is, you listen to the accent and the way he talks, and um, he's just really nailed it, I think. And I'm watching it because I'm intrigued. I want to see how the story's told, because the BBC are producing it and so forth. And I want to see how that story is told. And in a way, it's good that they're having the victims on there and giving them a voice. So yeah, it's one of those. I think there's going to be a lot of 50-50 with it, but I will continue to watch it. Yeah. No, Steve, was John Motson buried? I heard he went down in the box too easy. Have you been hanging around with Tayyip? Naive Steve. Oh my God. Would you like to travel, Kelly? Would you like to travel to Switzerland and tour? Yeah, I would, Kelly. There's some amazing people buried in Switzerland. Love to go out there. Barbara Woodhouse buried in Sudbury, Buckinghamshire. Is that correct, Maria? Do you know where exactly? If you could let me know. Cool beans. I'm going to Whitby. Can't wait. Chalkies are dogs mix of Yorkie. Oh, okay, right. Thank you for clarifying that. I was thinking of Jim Davidson, so I was being mindful of not saying that word because I was just being. But yeah, okay. Now I know it's dog related. That's fine. Thank you. Are you going to do James Hunt's grave, Richard? I think he's cremated. I'm sure I've looked into James Hunt. Amazing driver he was. What about Brian Epstein, Julia Lennon, and Stuart Sutcliffe, Beatles? Yeah, I'll get around to Stuart Sutcliffe. I'm up in Liverpool actually in a week Saturday, but Friday because I'm going early. So it depends because I'm filming some on the way up there throughout the country. So if I can, I will. Julia Lennon, yeah, I don't know if she's in the same cemetery, but that's John's mum, isn't it? And Brian Epstein, I don't know where is he in the same cemetery? Not sure, but I'll look into that while I'm up there. What's your email port? It's on the bottom there, Joe. Unusual things 666 at gmail.com. Did you hear about WWE superstar Brian Wyatt passing from a heart attack, age only 26? Could you do a video if you go to the USA sometime? Doesn't clash with other plans. Yeah, I mean, if I'm in America and he's in one of the cemeteries that I'm in, then yeah, of course I will. I don't really know who he is. Oh, Bray Wyatt, not Brian. Sorry, Bray Wyatt. But yeah, I'll look into that. Sharon, hi Paul, love your channel. I used to work in the film industry for many years, and I've also done many cemetery walks in awful weather trying to find a grave. It's totally appreciate everything you do. Thank you very much, Sharon. Yeah, I've Northern Ireland is not kind on the weather, is it? It's like, there's a cloud, oh, you get wet. But Lee and I were laughing. We're standing in the cemetery, like saying, "This is that's good weather. I love being out in the rain. I think it's so peaceful. I love the rain. I think it's amazing. And that's why I like autumn as well. Because just like when it's a bit eerie, a bit foggy, and a bit rainy, that's heaven to me. Um, Annie Anonymous, sorry if already asked. Who's your camera person for the latest videos? That's Lee, my mate, the Aqua Adventurer is his YouTube name. He's waving. Oh, I just hit the microphone. Sorry. I'll bring him in quickly, but he's not very well. There he is. Look. Can you talk at all, Lee, or is your throat?
I'll try, mate.
Oh,
Guys, I'm hearing background. Sorry, I'm not typing. I'm trying my best. Look at state of me. I've got my nose running everywhere. My lungs are killing me. Yeah.
Just full of shit.
Thank you for your well wishes, everybody. I'll speak to you soon. I can't even talk. Look, I'll speak to you soon.
Oh, thanks, mate. Bless him. He's unwell and he's working behind the scenes to help me out. He's a top lad. Thank you, Lee, as always, mate. So yeah, he was a camera guy. Right, John. Do you believe the theory why crows are associated with death because groups of crows used to follow armies going to war because then there'd be? Yeah, I do actually, John. I've heard that a few times. So yeah, I believe that's a possibility. And crows are the most intelligent birds out there, aren't they? This well, along with ravens, of course. Ravens are very intelligent. Are you doing Ken Dodd and Scylla? They're already on the channel. Betty B. If you go and have a look, there's over 200 odd videos. I know it's a bit of a pain in the ass going back through the videos, but there's lots on there. They're already on there. Kaja Hudson, Diana Dawes, she's already on there as well. Go and have a look. Eric Bristow is cremated, buried in Staffordshire. So I'm assuming cremated, ashes interred in Staffordshire. Is there a plaque there, Steve? Because if there's not a plaque, then I won't bother. But if there is, and he's interred there, then I will. Hi, Paul. Could you go to Barbara Windsor's grave? She's cremated. I've already done it on. Derek was a fake. His manager told my wife. Steve, I had a reading. I'm not bullshitting. I had a reading of Derek, and he knew nothing about me. Right? I did a radio interview with him, and he was in a hotel in Southampton, and then he gave me a reading, and he just knew everything, stuff that wasn't on social media, because this is like not way before social media, but I didn't have a lot of stuff on it, and he just told me so much. So it's one of them. You know, everyone has different experiences. Some people believe and some people don't. But I always keep an open mind to things, you know, and I'm always you know, I'm not silly. I'm aware that people can guess things as well. Oh yeah, it was 53 too young. From Karen. On your gravestone, Paul, it will say, "I think I found it." You know it, and I want my logo that's in the top there. I want that on the back of my gravestone, just so that people can find it easy and probably jump all over it. I don't know. What have we got here? Da-da-da-da. Have you been to Arthur Conan Doyle's grave? Yes, Ian, that's on the channel, mate. Enjoyed the video of Joey Dunlop, Robert, and William Dunlop. Thank you, Heather. Len Goodman is buried where Paul O'Grady is. What, in the same cemetery, Jojo? Is that 100%? Actually, I've got a friend who's a gravedigger who I saw whilst I was down there filming Paul O'Grady's. I can ask him. He will let me know. But if he is, that's great. Have you been to Jay Goody? Yes, Donna. She's on the channel. Hollywood Graveyard is a wonderful channel. The creator is a great storyteller. Yes, Robert, I totally agree with that. Thank you very much, Julie. Really appreciate that. So kind of you. Raham Ahmed. Hello, Paul. I'm very well. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Tracy Marsh, 1,000 views. That's bloody stupid. I know. I don't know what we're talking about, but don't forget, if you've got a question, guys, put Q, Q, Q. What about Brian Epstein, the Beatles manager? Yes, when I go up there, I will do. Hi, Paul. Do you receive the money for super stickers? Hi, Jojo. Yes, but they do take a small percentage because it's YouTube, and that's YouTube for you. I do have my PayPal one that comes up on the screen when the questions aren't there. That goes directly to me if you hit sort of friends and family and whatever. But yeah, YouTube being that one that's just come up on the screen now. But YouTube being YouTube, they have their little percentage, of course. But I'm always grateful. So don't, please, you know, whatever people, however, whatever, you know, I'm always very grateful. So please don't ever worry about that. Who else we got? Have you done Ralph Richardson's grave from Cheetah? I don't know who that is, to be honest with you, Cheetah. If you can enlighten me somewhat, the name rings a bell, but it's not. Hi, Paul. Have you been to find Morecambe and Wise? Yes, Mr. Parsi 195. Eric Morecambe is on the channel. I've done a big one about him. Are you going to do Carol Lee Scott? I don't know where she is. Looking into it. NMB. Hi, Paul. Hope you well. Hi, NMB. Who's the person you just can't find and would love to? Ah, great question. Ah, da, 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 da. Oh, I don't know yet. That's still that. I'll have to come back to that one. Paul, you said you needed 1,000 views to get paid. Yeah, every 1,000 views, I get paid. Only a couple of quid, but you know, it varies. It just sometimes it's up to £3 something, and then other times it's like £2 something. It's really variable. It's So yeah, because YouTube like to take their 50% or whatever it is, 60%. Who knows? YouTube just are rich. Can you say hi to me, please, Paul? Hi, Megan. How are you? Hope you're well. Sue Townsend, I'd like to pay my respects for the creation of Adrian Mold. Adrian Mold? Mole. Do you know what? When I was at school, we read that book, age 13 and three quarters or whatever he was. I say that now, 51, and yeah, I'm three quarters because I'm January, and I suppose, yeah, I am there. How about Alf White, James Herriot? Ah, again, names ringing a bell, but I can't think where they are, so I'll have to look into it. Gwen Kelly gifted one of your things membership. Thank you, Gwen. That's very kind of you. That's so kind. You're all kind. You're lovely, aren't you? For Halloween, why don't you do a video visiting a cemetery and you actually find your own grave? What are you trying to say, John? You want me dead and buried? You lot would. You'd be like, whoa. It'd be funny. If you, I know you are busy, so right. Someone sent a Facebook message. I can't answer a Facebook message at the moment. Sorry, it'd be a bit rude, wouldn't it? Thank you for your service in the NHS. Thank you, Jess. That's very kind of you. I'm coming on for 15 years now, I think. Hello, Paul. Are you going to do a Will Haygrave in Sydenham? Yeah, if I can, I will do at some point. Yeah. You're going to come to Wiltshire, Salisbury. It depends who's buried there, Carl, if there's anyone worthwhile. Hi, Paul. Any news about your meeting up with Scott and Tate from America? Would be great to see you guys work together. Les in Carlisle. Thank you, Les. Not at the moment because I don't think Scott's got any plans on coming over here at the moment. And I'm obviously, like I said earlier, still waiting for the GoFundMe to up a little bit more before I can do that. But we will collab at some point. We haven't spoken for a while, but the last time we sort of spoke, we did say that we'd do something for guys and girls, of course. Paul, you said you needed our help on Facebook. What's wrong? Ah, you're so nosy. I'm joking. You're joking. Right. There's nothing wrong. Okay. The question is, and why I need your help is I'm going to bring my little friend back in. Where is he? Here he is. Right.
There is
the man with the
something wrong, mate. I'm not well enough.
Yeah, shut up. Right. So stop snotting all over the camera and
I know,
stuff.
mate. I'm dripping everywhere. Take me off, mate.
Oh, right. But I'll tell you what, Lee, mute your mic and I'll keep you. And then if you want to speak, do a thumbs up. All right.
Mate,
Just
they
so we
don't want to see me snot dripping out of me and everything.
We do. We're just for the laugh. Shall we? Should we leave him on there for a minute? Right. Okay, guys. The reason look, he's wanted to go. I'll get rid of you for a second. Right. The reason where it said I need your help. Okay. Mrs. Tab super sticker. Thank you so much. If I've missed that one, sorry. David Fogg super sticker. Thank you, guys. I'm missing so many super stickers. I'm sorry. I'm really behind. Yeah, I'm just catching up myself. Right. Lionel, thank you for super sticker. If I've not said anyone, I apologise. I'm not being rude. Daniel, thank you. Jojo, I'm just whizzing through to the super stickers. Thank you, Kerry. I might have said all these already, but if I haven't, Reverend. Right. So, guys, would you do James Beck from Dad's Army? Yeah, if I can. I've got to get back to this question. Why I need help, right? We need help because we need a suggestion. Okay. Now, lots of people have spoken to Lee and myself and said that we work great together. We do, we have a good sort of chemistry, we have a laugh and all that sort of stuff. So what Lee and I are thinking of doing is doing a podcast. Now we're not sure yet whether it's going to be weekly or 2 weekly, bi-weekly, whatever you want to call it. Okay. However, we want to speak about random subjects, but the podcast is going to be a bit off the cuff. When I'm here doing this work, when I'm doing my paranormal work, I'm me, Paul. Don't swear too much, a little bit now and again, okay? But when we do our podcast, we want it to be a bit more off the cuff, maybe a little bit of swearing, a little bit of subjects that you shouldn't really go into and all that sort of stuff. So Lee and I are thinking about doing a joint one together where we match up on the screen. You see both of us, but we need a name for it, okay? Now, obviously, my name's Paul. His name's Lee. We're two men. We want to talk about subjects of things that are in the news, suggestions that you guys come up, maybe bring one or two of you into the conversation during the podcast and all that sort of stuff, okay? This is what we're planning on doing. We've not got any format set in place yet, but it's something, I'm still going to be doing this and Lee's still going to be diving underwater and still doing his commando stuff. And I'm still going to be doing my paranormal stuff. But, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I might as well add something else to the situation that I'm in. Okay, so what we need to do is find a name for a podcast for us two guys talking shit, talking crap, blah, 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 blah. Sorry about the language. It'll be a little bit more like that on there. Not excessive swearing or anything like that. So don't worry. But if they come out, they come out, And we're going to just talk about random stuff. So we need some ideas, guys. We need some names, okay? Chrissy Wood, please can you give Jensen Ackles a big hug for me, Paul? I'm gutted I'm missing out on meeting him. Of course I will, Chrissy. I gave Jared a big hug. I have no bones about it. I made that man squeeze me like that. And I'm sure Jensen will do the same, but I'll make sure that you're in my thoughts while I do it. So, guys, if you come up with any names at all, I'm scrolling through because I'm trying to get down to the bottom a little bit, okay? We want to do a podcast. So we need a name for the podcast. Something that's going to be something that's going to stick, which is catchy, not too long, because obviously it's going to be the name of the YouTube channel as well. Okay. So again, if anything springs to mind, you don't want to put it on here, you can email it to me, unusualthing666. It's down the bottom of the screen now, on there, at gmail.com. Call it off the cuff with Paul and Lee. Well done, Maria. I just said off the cuff, Paul and Lee. Well done. Good stuff. No, you know what I mean? Good. That's a great suggestion. I love it. It's cool. Or if, because Lee's still ill at the moment, it could be Paul Lee, couldn't it? I'm joking. Right. So anything like that, Maria, thank you. That name's going in the hat. Lee, write these down. Get your pen and paper out. Julie, thank you for the super sticker. How about Jonas Salk? He created the polio vaccine and didn't patent it, so it was cheaper for everyone. Karen, that's an interesting one, actually. I'm sure I've read about him somewhere. How about Odd Bods? What are you trying to say? I'll work out. I'll go running a lot. Good one, though. I'm hoping Lee's writing these down. So yeah, if you're coming up with any great names, that's cool, guys. Really appreciate it. So that was my dilemma. That was the question that I wanted. And the next question is, do you want to watch it? Will you watch it? Do you want to see him and I talking crap? A couple of times a month or once a week or whatever, depending on how it goes. And do you want to have something where you can get involved in? Chrissy, thank you so much for the donation. I've just answered your question. You guys asked lots of questions. I'm trying to catch up with myself, so sorry about that. Paul and Lee's unusual chat, that's a good one. But I do want to steer it away from unusual things, okay? Because this channel has its sort of prestigeness, and I don't want to be coming across a little bit, on this channel. I want to keep this, the way it is. Love the intro, Paul. Always think it's you at the end, and I've seen your intro of your initials, PWA of a headstone by a block. Yeah, that's mine exactly, kind of. Vampire Gang, love it. Paul, I sent you £25 via. Oh wow, thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. 500 shell, as I always call you. Thank you, really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. And it will go straight in the kitty. How about Unusual Aqua? Unusual Frogman. How about the Gravestone Brothers? Oh God. But we do want to stay, guys. We want to stay away from our title names, all right? So we don't want Aqua or Unusual or anything like that. We really want it to be unique, a unique name. I don't know, something that's just short, sharp, and just I don't know. We were messing around yesterday talking about stuff. We were coming out of crap, and we were like, why don't we just ask the viewers? What's this one? A fun name, maybe Paul and Lee, Older Tosh. Lee would probably say it better, being a northerner. ORLD of Tosh. Or is that supposed to be Load of Tosh? LOAD. Load of Tosh. Is that what it's supposed to be? The locals group. Yes, we'll definitely watch. Paul Lee breaking news. Yeah, imagine that. Here we are, news at 10. 2 peas in a podcast. Love it, Nicola. How funny is that? Lee came out with 2 peas in a pod yesterday, and I come back with toupee in a pod. But that's good. I like it. Your demand. Thank you. Yes, of course, we'll definitely watch it. Grave Disorder. I like that, naive Steve. But like I say, because it's not going to be about graves or anything. I don't want people tuning into it or talked to death. That's a good one. But it's God, you guys are coming out with some good stuff. Fantastic Vamp, the Unusual Things podcast. I don't want to call it that, Cheetah, because people will think it's related to this, and it's not. It's going to be completely something else. Oh, Win, love your visit to Florence Nightingale. Thank you. Howard, if you build it, they will come. That's so true. Lee's giving me thumbs up. Hang on, Lee, you coming in?
Yeah, sorry, guys. No, just elaborating on what you said there, Paul. We want it to be about the audience as well. We want to hear funny stories, and we'll bring you up on camera. If you've got a camera on your mobile, we'll give you the link. You come up, and we'll talk about it, have a laugh, have a joke. We don't want it to be serious and boring. We want it to be balls out, funny, have people laughing, talking about stupid things that have happened in the news, funny things, rip the shit out of people. Do you know what I mean? Proper rip into people, give them shit.
We've told each other stories about ourselves, and we've been pissing ourselves laughing, haven't we, Lee? So we want to bring that to you guys and allow you, like Lee said, come in and join us. Tell us your stories.
Totally separate channel, nothing to do with Unusual Things, nothing to do with me. A separate channel, totally on YouTube, like a podcast. We'll go live once a week or something. Invite yous in, have a ball.
Yeah. What's this? Call it the Twat-Legit Zone. Ripping yarns. I like that. Ripping yarns. That's good.
I like
Car-
two peas on a pod, not in a
Yeah.
pod, two peas on a pod podcast, but it'd
It's-
work. But your initials P, mine's L. If my name
yeah.
was like Peter and Paul, two
Oh
peas on a
yeah,
pod would have been awesome, wouldn't it?
that would be. Yeah. Yeah. Can't do something like Leap on a Pod. The Banter Boys.
Oh,
Sounds like the
mate.
Finger Boys.
Yeah, sounds a bit fruity, that, mate, for me.
Yeah, mate. It's going that way already. Rocky Horror Paul Show. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think that's what my ex-wife used to say about me.
Like
Paul and
anything
Lee
funny.
talk pods. Yeah, anything that's funny. And like we say, guys, it's just going to be us messing around, ripping the shit out of each other, and we're going down that road because we want it to be a good entertainment. When I'm doing this one, it's quite serious. When Lee's doing his, because of his diving, it's serious. Hello, has Taib come up with something there? Has he? Because Nicola's just put a laughing face and written Taib. What's he written?
Oh, I hope
Or has he
it's
come
one
up?
of his jokes again.
Oh, it is. Why couldn't anyone find the dog's bone? Cranberried it. Fuck yeah. Where do you get a joke book from? Right. Plod, Paul and Lee on their pod. That's a good one, Maria. Pompey Blinders. Yeah, Lee's not from Pompey, sadly. Where are you, Lee, a Yorkshireman?
Yeah. Rotherham, funny enough, where
What,
here's a story for you. I used to play football with the Chuckle Brothers' son.
well, you're small enough.
What was that, mate?
That's what he does. He pretends he don't hear you.
No.
Or my wife thinks you're a beast stunner. Thank you, Gary. I'm a beast to look at in the morning. I'll tell you that. Rough as dogs are. Right, two guys in a podcast. Right, guys. Honestly, if you can take note of the email address at the bottom, unusualthings666@gmail.com. We'd like to start it before Christmas so that
Yeah,
we could Christmas we
definitely.
can all get together on here, have a few beers and bevies.
We'll
Just
have a fancy dress, Paul, and we'll bring people up who are dressed up in fancy dress.
yeah, all that sort of stuff, guys. If you're into that, then we'll get you on and we will do that because that will be brilliant. Okay, so we'd like to do that. Can we have some thumbs up or some yeses if you guys are keen with that? Don't forget, keep sending in the ideas for the names. The Hungover Chronicles. I love it, Nicola, especially with me. 666, Number of the Beast. Yep. That was on my birth certificate. They've changed the numbers now. My old birth certificate, the last numbers were HM, not His Majesty, of course, but 666. But they changed all the national insurance, national health numbers now. But I've still got that old birth certificate. Are you done, are you?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
let's
in
get
the
rid of him.
background. I'm just about to choke.
All right, mate. You go and die quietly somewhere. Right. Paul and Liz. Yeah, so good. Okay, so we're getting some yeses and some thumbs up that you guys would like to see that. All right, cool. Good stuff. Right. Okay, so that's something that we're going to do. Lee, can you take the message off there, please? Thank you for that, Gunston 500 shower. Like I say, I'll put that into the doodah, into the fund. Anagram of Paul and Lee, a panel duel. I like that. Do you know what, John? I was saying to Lee the other day about an anagram of something, but that's really good. I like that. Panel duel. Pumpkin Twats podcast. Taib. So, we love you, Taib. You know we do. Pompey and Black Pudding. Yeah, where's he from? Rotherham. What do they call him up in Rotherham? Load of bowl lot. Yeah. This is great. You guys are getting involved. And this is what we want to do. See, we want to make it a real interactive podcast because so many podcasts these days don't do that. Obviously, if there's not enough people in the chat, we just chat rubbish amongst ourselves. However, if you guys are on there and you want to take part, like say for Christmas one, Lee come up with a brilliant idea there. Dress up in fancy dress and we'll send you the link. You can come into the chat and we can judge your fancy dress costumes. Or we could have a drunken night one night, so you can get pissed the most in half an hour. So I don't know, you know what I mean? So we'll do something like that. Getting back to the serious stuff, unusual things. What time? It's 8:10. We've been going for an hour already. Right. Right. If you guys, hi Gary. Yeah, I'm cool, mate. Thank you very much. I have to go now, Paul. Thank you, Nicola. Thanks for your advice as always. We're going to wrap it up soon anyway, because we've been going for over an hour. I've been talking non-stop. But guys, that was what I wanted to ask you. The $6 million question was, well, I said I needed your help. We needed a suggestion for the name. Okay. So yeah, odds and socks. Of course, we'll get you in. You know, you don't need to dress up. I'm a Christmas pudding, Maria. You're not. You're amazing. Thank you very much as always for your help, Maria. Guys, we will leave you in peace. I've got a video tomorrow night, by the way. Okay, woohoo! So there's a video tomorrow night, but there's not one Sunday because now Sandra, he's not in Hollybrook. I've looked into that before. He's somewhere else, but I know where he is. Yeah, there's not a video Sunday because I'm doing the Great South Run on Sunday. So I'm going to go and have a well-deserved beer after running 10 miles. I'm going to go and get pissed with my mates, okay? So the video is going to be Monday next week. So we're going to have one tomorrow, okay? And then we're going to have one on Monday, all right? Because I'm going to have Sunday off because I'm going to be down a pub. And by the time I get back here, I won't be back by 7 and I'll probably be wobbling anyway. But don't forget, guys, listen, thank you so much to everyone that watches the videos, leaves a comment. You wonderful people that have donated this evening, bless you all. And in the past, whenever you've donated, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. I'll keep going as long as you guys want me to keep doing it. I'll keep going, and we'll do what we can, okay? And then Lee and I get this podcast going together. And we'll have a good laugh, all right? Because that's what we want to do. We want you guys in. We want to invite you in, have a few people coming up and stuff like that, and just talking crap and having a laugh, you know. So see you tomorrow night. Lee, do you want to come in and say goodbye? He's dying. Look at him.
It's all right.
Stop
I had my
friggin'
head down
milking
there.
it.
Just give me ball patch, guys. I'm off to Turkey soon to get an air transplant. I'll let you know how it goes.
Like I did. That's why we should be called Toupee in a pod because I had mine done. It's fucking falling out.
I know. I'm going
Right.
for mine. Mine looks like this. Will make you laugh. My ball patch there looks like the. Can you remember Pac-Man in the 80s?
Yeah.
The arcade game Pac-Man. Can you remember the ghost, the round bit with the zigzag across the bottom? Yeah. That's what my ball patch looks like. Well,
head up higher, Lee. Higher. Down
on.
again. That's it. Right. Look at this for Pac-Man Ghost. Brilliant. Now put your hood over your head. Right, everyone. We will love you. We will love you and leave you. Thank you again for everything, guys. And video tomorrow at 7. All right. And thanks for joining in. Thanks as always. And we're doing another live soon, but we're going to get this podcast up and running November. Keep those names coming in. Unusual Things 666@gmail.com. Send it there. Whoever the winner is, we'll send you a beanie out or something like that. All right, as a thank you. So we'll get one up with a podcast name made on it. We'll get a logo and all that as well. All right, so we'll do that and we'll send you a beanie out if we choose your name. So get them in. Right.
Yeah, we'll have regular competitions and things, mugs, caps, things like that.
Yeah, we'll do it all. It'll be good fun. Right. Thank you, everyone. Love you
quiz
all.
Nights as well. We could even do a quiz night, Paul.
I'm doing a get drunk night, mate. We're doing a get pissed night on there. We've just got to all sit here so you can get drunk the quickest out of me and you, and then everyone can vote. That'd be hilarious. I'd love that. That's right up my street. Right. The inner child in me's coming out now, so we better go. See you later, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.